You finish with that one? I'll give you another one. You think you'll be able to read all that? Tell me when. Nudge me or something.
Or
Don't do it fast. Do it real slow. Real slow. Okay.
there you go.
You have a bigger
And
picture.
these are pictures of when Bob Hope was over there at Christmas time.
Oh. But do you have any of Lester? A close-up picture of Lester, or don't you?
And while he was over there in New Guinea, he met some local men, local guys. I don't know if he's interested in that or not.
Sure.
Sure. Those are the guys he met in New Guinea.
That's what she said.
Do you remember Leroy Chubb
I know of him.
and George Esquire, John Hassinger,
Yeah.
Carl Burrell, and Charlie Hoy. Charlie Hoy was stationed there with him.
Oh.
But then these other guys were in other outfits and they met. I had a big picture, but I gave it to Dot Esquire because her brother was over. And this is a book of the 5th Air Force. And he's on that picture, but then he had this one.
Is this one of Lester?
Yeah.
Is Lester on here? Or don't you know?
See, this is the one he's on. That's him.
Which one?
The one at the end there.
Here's him.
Mm-hmm. Let me show you the front of the book. Is he on this one, Pearl?
That's the same one that's in there.
Oh,
There he is.
okay. Oh, that's the same one. Mm-hmm. And you want to give him
I guess,
a sergeant? He was a sergeant. He was a sergeant.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, when the DAR wanted information, and I copied that off of his stuff, and he had
Which did you copy?
that never
These?
just copied.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is stuff that was in the paper. That's the guy
that'd be
from
good to get.
Williamstown.
That'd be good to get.
And he had he never filled much out in this book.
Mm-hmm.
He was funny, but he never did.
This is Bob Hope,
Yeah,
when he was entertaining the
that's
troops.
when he was over there.
You see which one is Bob? John, the one in the middle
At
there.
Christmas time one year.
He was, that's when he was real young yet.
Alright.
This one might be a better one of that. Those are the, I believe some of those are people that were entertainers over there with Bob Hope.
This is the letter he got when he was drafted.
December 1941. Shall we go back a little?
December 17th, 1941.
Mm-hmm.
Was it?
Day after my birthday. I was only 5 years old then. That's good.
He went in
you
in
wanna get it.
January,
There's Bob Hope.
and he was at New Cumberland for a week, and then he went to New York, and then to Maine, and then to Missouri, and then back to New York, and a month in February, he got on the Queen Mary and left.
So that
So he was only in a
Less than
month
two-
and a couple days.
before he
Yeah.
went overseas.
Yeah.
They didn't have much time to give
He
him training.
didn't see a gun till he got over there.
Oh my.
After 33 months when he came home, they wanted to give him basic training.
Oh. A little late, he had a lot of
Yeah,
basic
well,
training
see, and it tells you here on
then. Was he in fighting then over there
he
anywhere?
went in the 6th of January, and the 18th of February he got on the Queen Mary
Mm-hmm.
and went. So if you want this, you can take this along.
Was he in battles over there?
Huh?
Was he in battles?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I believe there was 3 or 4.
What were the name of those battles that he was in? Do you know them?
She probably doesn't know
4. He was in 4.
that. Mm-hmm. Here's the ribbon.
And that other one's a good conduct.
Which one is that?
And the red one. And
Oh, here's ribbon too.
well, that was for the one was a presidential Asiatic Pacific Service with 4 Bronze Stars, 4 Battle Bronze Stars, and a presidential citation.
Here's 4 stars. And that one.
See, this was the Army Air Force patch.
Mm-hmm.
But then later on,
And it became Air Force
the
separate
Air
by
Force
itself.
was a different division now.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, the Air Force was just that's a. When he got discharged, he got that.
Mm-hmm.
And these were his dog tags.
Oh, yeah, get his dog tags. Yeah, let's see.
Here, can we pause this real quick?
Sure. This is when he was coming home after a fine service record from Ralph J. Walsh, 2nd Lieutenant, ACAPO 920, Unit 1. This is for the Millersburg Sentinel. 5th Air Force, Southwest Pacific, returning home after more than 2.5 years overseas duty, is Sergeant Lester L. Bonawitz, husband of Mrs. Pearl E. Bonawitz of RD-1 Millersburg. Sergeant Bonawitz, Air Force Armament Inspector, left for overseas in the Southwest Pacific in February 1942, where he was soon attached to the world-famous Kinsmen, B-24 Liberator Unit of the 5th Air Force. His unit has sunk... You still working? His unit...
It's still working.
Okay. His unit has sunk more than 700,000 tons of Japanese shipping, top score for any heavy bombardment unit in the Southwest Pacific area. Sergeant Bonawitz attended the Millersburg High School and was employed as a machinist by W.L. Brubaker and Brothers Company before his entrance into the Army. He is a veteran of the Papillon Campaign, Bismarck Sea Battle, and the New Guinea Campaign. He is the son of Mr. Charles E. Bonawitz, Sr., also of Millersburg.
Now this was in one after he came home. Then he went to Florida, and I could go along, and then from there he was transferred to Tennessee.
Okay. Here's another. There's a good shot of Bob Hope.
Yeah, I got this one already.
Did you have that one?
Yeah.
There's some shots. There's the airplane apparently that Bob Hope arrived in. See it? Another shot. That was entertaining the troops. Do you know what year that was? What year?
Well, I don't. It had.
It's in the early 40s.
It must have been in 42.
Mm-hmm. We don't want to take that one. I know the military always looked forward to Bob Hope's. This wasn't at Christmas. Was it a Christmas party? Christmas show.
Huh?
Christmas show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can't tell there's not any Christmas decorations. Now Bob Hope is deceased. There he is. He was faithful in going every year to entertain the troops.
Here's some more pictures. I don't know if you're interested in any of them or not.
I guess you got enough pictures. What do you think? Did you get enough pictures?
I never have enough pictures.
You say you do?
I can never have enough pictures.
Oh, you want more? Okay. I don't know which way this one
That was a bombed out building.
Oh, a bombed out
And-
building. Not much left of it. That's the same thing. Is he on there?
I don't know them guys.
Okay, then we
Some
won't
of
take
them he
it.
has the names on. Here. He has the names on them, but I didn't know.
Oh,
them.
there he is. Bonawitz, Dempsey, and Fulton. Bonawitz is first one to the left. It's the hangar, I guess. That's him there, isn't it?
That's taken in Sydney when he had a furlough over there.
Mm-hmm. He was young then, wasn't he?
Huh?
He was young. He was young then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There's a plane crash.
His tank caught fire, and some of them pictures were sent.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what that is. We had this one. There's an airplane that crashed.
He was in an airplane accident, and he was hurt. He was in the hospital a while, but nothing serious.
But not this airplane accident.
I think that's the one.
Really? Well, it doesn't look like anybody survived from
And
that.
they were going from one place to another. They were moving.
Oh my.
And,
Now here's another airplane that was
yeah.
damaged.
So I don't know which, I don't
Could have been-
remember
could have
which
been that
one it was.
I saw that. Is that him?
Yeah, that's him, and this is him.
Oh, I didn't have that turned right. There he is. Is that him?
That's the same time when he was on a
Oh,
furlough.
furlough.
He had a furlough over there and went down to Sydney.
Mm-hmm. In Sydney, Australia. We saw this picture. Some old army buddies, I guess. We saw this one. He's on the left. How about those?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. There he's in his dress uniform. Looks good. He looks sharp in his dress uniform. When did you get married?
Huh?
When did you get married?
In 41.
So you were married at this time.
Yeah. This is when he came home.
Uh-huh. But you were married as soon as he went in service.
Yeah. When he came home, that was taken.
Mm-hmm. Some pretty flowers. What actually did he do?
Huh?
What did he do?
He was in armor. Something with
In
the-
armor. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He got $21 a month when he went in.
Oh, no, that's interesting.
And then later, I don't know when they started that they paid us, we got $50 a month.
The two together.
Yeah.
He sent most of that home?
Well, yeah, that came,
Did he use this? This is how...
that's the Queen Mary, and then he went over all. And now, I have other pictures, and they had a reunion on the Queen Mary, but he couldn't go.
He was in ill health then?
Huh?
He was in ill health,
Yeah.
poor
but
health.
When he was living yet, when they had it, and one of his friends sent him pictures. He went. He was from Shamokin. That's when he came home and we went shopping in Harrisburg.
Oh, okay. That's the one we just took. It was Pearl and Lester. When he was home, they went shopping in Harrisburg. You didn't do that every week back then, did you? We saw that one. It's like out in the field where it might have been their mess hall out in the field. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what that is. He smoked the pipe too.
Huh?
He smoked the pipe.
Yeah. And cigarettes.
Mm-hmm. How old was he when he passed away?
He passed away in 90.
1990.
Yeah.
And
But
what?
he had his leg off in 85.
He had diabetes.
And no.
No?
After he had an aneurysm.
Uh-huh.
And after they operated on him, then while he was in the hospital, they made him eat, I forget how many calories a day, then he got diabetes. And then when they operated on the aneurysm, they couldn't get circulation back in his leg.
Oh.
He had 7 operations in 10 days.
What,
and then
yeah, go ahead.
he was good. I mean, when he couldn't get around, he could with the wheelchair, but I wanted to take him out still, but he said, as long as I have to have help to get out of this place, I'm staying in. So he spent time in the house. The only time he went was when they'd have to go to the hospital. And he was in the hospital every year from 79 until 90. He missed 1 year that he wasn't in. Sometimes he was in 4 or 5 times. That time, as soon as something was wrong, they'd send you. Mm-hmm. You call the doctor, and he'd call an ambulance, and then I used to say, I'll take him home. No, I had made arrangements with the ambulance to come for him. So he spent a lot of time there.
Did you get her name on that on here?
Hmm?
Did you get that? Did you record her name on here and everything? Should we tell her?
Yeah, we got his. Pearl Bonawitz.
Mm-hmm. And her husband's name was.
And her
Sergeant.
husband was Sergeant Lester Bonawitz.
Mm-hmm.
What's the highest rank that Lester got to?
that?
What's the highest rank that Lester got to? Was he at Sergeant?
Sergeant. The highest that he got in rank.
He was a sergeant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I grew.
What's that? Oh yeah. Well, I do too.
Well, see, I had this operation, and now my eating is drinking. I can drink with a straw now.
Mm-hmm.
At first I had to use a kid's sip cup,
Mm-hmm.
but my eating, I usually have 6 napkins till I'm done with the meal.
Uh-huh. Want to get anything else?
Did you want to add anything else?
He wants to know if you want to say anything else and record it.
If I want.
If you want to say anything more.
No.
All right.
Not unless you want to know something else.
So he was drafted, right?
He was drafted there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, he went, if you want to take this along, you can have this. Because that's what I sent to the DAR.
Okay. You can take that along, support. Mm-hmm. Right. You want to thank him for
All right.
his service. And
Well, thank you for your husband's service in World War II.
Well, I hope you can use it.
thank her for her.
I guess the school is working on it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got the letter, and then when I answered, then I had asked different ones if they heard anything. They didn't. But see, he had 4 brothers that were in too.
Mm-hmm.
But I gave them their addresses, so I don't know if they'll contact.
Almost everybody got called in. I had 2 brothers that were in that were the age at that time, that were in for 4 years. Well, the one was in for almost 4 years, and the other was in 3 years.
Well, what did you do at home
What's that?
What did you do at home?
during the
What
World War
did
II?
I do at
Yeah.
home? Well, I went to work at Muskin's when he left. And then when he come home, he spent 21 days in Florida, and I could go along. And then from there he got transferred to Tennessee, and I went along. And he was only there, he wasn't there a year, and then they sent him to Texas, to Fort Worth, and I went along, but I didn't stay. I came home. He had enough points to get out, and they were putting him on B-29. If the war would have lasted, he'd have probably been over again. And then he came home from there.
So you just went to work down at
Muskins.
Muskets?
Muskins.
Muskins Shoe Company.
How many were employed there at that time?
The what?
How many worked there at that time?
At
Muskin.
Muskin. I don't know. Pretty many.
Well, during the peak, it was like 900
Yeah.
people. And there isn't that much place for parking, but they came in shifts. They had different shifts, and they came in buses. And a lot of people walked, too.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for letting me over at your house and interviewing you.